Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us on 7 at 7. I'm Cynthia Puga. A dispute between neighbors turns deadly in the Summerlin area Monday evening. We begin with top story sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. A dispute between two neighbors outside their Summerlin homes turned deadly Monday evening when one neighbor allegedly shot the other man. The shooting occurred on the 2200 block of Starline Meadow Place after a verbal altercation. The victim was a male in his 40s who died from apparent gunshot wounds in his driveway. The suspect turned himself in to the officers. And a piece of history has been damaged at Death Valley National Park, and officials want to find out who's responsible. The Park Service says the 113-year-old salt tram tower was toppled over between April 1st and 24th when someone used a winch to pull a vehicle out of deep mud. Anyone with information is asked to call the NPSY tip line at 888-653-0009. And have you ever wondered how Wynn Las Vegas got its signature look, including the chandeliers over its gambling tables? Well, our reporter Lena Bleets tells us about the man behind the look.
How do you design something that no one has ever seen before? That was the assignment Roger Thomas took on when he began working with Wynn Resorts 2 decades ago. Recently, Thomas, the lead designer behind Wynn and Encore, published his first book, Resort Style Spaces of Celebration, in which he talks about the properties he's worked on, including Wynn Las Vegas. He told the RJ his job was to, quote, to create such an evocative emotional experience that our guests would be surrounded with it. This meant much more than paint colors and fabrics. Thomas said he created a new vocabulary of design to use spaces to tell stories. One notable choice was the chandeliers that hang over the Wynn blackjack tables, which cost over $250,000. The challenge there, he says, was maintaining the security of the tables. The solution? Each chandelier contains its own security camera.
In weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. Starting off your Tuesday with partly cloudy skies with a high in the mid-90s, and we are expecting some overnight lows in the 70s. Those warm temperatures will continue throughout the week, 5 to 7 degrees above normal. We're going to be feeling a slight cooling trend with increasing winds develop late this weekend. Overnight lows are expected in the 60s and the 70s, so no need for a light sweater for this week. And in business, guests can now stay at newly renovated suites at South Point Hotel Casino. The resort announces its completion of a $6 million renovation to 84 suites on the 25th floor, which include upgrades to flooring and furnishings. The suites span up to 2,500 square feet and range from 1 to 2 bedrooms. And a $35 million home sale in the Summit Club has set a Las Vegas record 1 year after Celine Dion set the record for $30 million. The new record was set by her neighbor who sold their 1.5-acre site. The two-story home measures over 11,000 square feet with 5 bedrooms, 7 baths, and a 6-car garage. The names of the buyers weren't immediately listed in the Clark County records.
Vegas Nation brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. The Raiders have officially inked all of their 2024 NFL draft picks and one free agent. Offensive lineman Andres Peete signed his contract with the team on Monday. With rookie camp complete, the next phase of offseason workouts ahead of the start of their 2024 season are the organized team activities, which begin on May 20th. Also, make sure to check out VegasNation.com on Wednesday for the Raiders schedule release.
Moving on to your health, sponsored by Boulder City Hospital. We're here for you when you need us. The Southern Nevada Health District releases its inaugural Health Equity Status Report, focusing on key healthy indicators in terms of economic stability, economic access, and health access. The report outlines social determinants of health and how they relate to Clark County and Healthy People 2030 targets. Healthy People 2030 is a 10-year plan that identifies public health priorities to help individuals and communities across the United States improve health and well-being. The full report is available on the healthysouthernNevada.org website.
Sports brought to you by PT's Taverns. With over 65 locations, there's a PT's near you. Las Vegas, fresh off of hosting this year's Super Bowl, could be in line for another football championship game. Steve Hill, the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority president and CEO, said Monday that the LVCVA is going through the bid process to potentially host the 2027 college football playoff title game at Allegiant Stadium. Hill shot down a report from the Action Network that said Las Vegas is a lock to host the game. In a text message, he stated, "We're certainly not at the point we could say we are set to host."
Now for Lifestyle, sponsored by Atomic Golf, now open next to the Strat. A visitor from Ohio strikes big on his 21st birthday. Damon Howell is from Union City, Ohio, a small town of only about 1,500 residents, and he won over $362,000 playing Ultimate Texas Hold'em at O'Shea's, and he decided to use the money to buy a house. And here's a couple of tips for how to prevent scrolling on your phone before bedtime, which is called doom scrolling. You can read a physical book, take a warm bath, listen to a podcast, make school lunches for the next day, spend time with family, or even call a relative in another time zone. These activities can help your brain wind down before bedtime.
Sports betting brought to you by the Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The WNBA regular season tips off today with 4 games. The two-time defending league champion Aces are 14.5-point favorites over Phoenix at the Westgate Superbook in their home opener at Michelob Ultra Arena. The total is 170.5. Connecticut is a 5.5-point home favorite over Indiana in Fever rookie Caitlin Clark's regular season debut. Indiana pays 2-1 on the money line. New York is favored by 12.5 over Washington, and Seattle is favored by 10 over Minnesota.
In entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's, has live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. Blake Shelton makes a big announcement at the Keep Memory Alive Power of Love Gala. He makes the top bid in an auction for a walk-on role with Mark Wahlberg, an exclusive opportunity to be in an upcoming movie. The walk-on experience includes a look at the magic of filmmaking with the A-list star and his cast and crew, and 2 tickets to the premiere. Shelton claimed the auction with a $40,000 bid. And we know how busy life can get. That's why you can get a reminder every time we update on 7 at 7 on YouTube. You can stay up to date with the latest news delivered right onto your screens on any of the platforms listed. We'll see you back here tonight for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.